Hey kids, you trying to get into Segment City? Well, you really shouldn't, because Segment City is a mature podcast, and listener discretion is advised. I'm just trying to look at... I know I'm in an alleyway. I know how I look, but I got some fireworks for you kids. I got snakes and I got sparklers. That's all I got. Oh, don't give me that.
Friend of the show, Rachel Robinson. She posted on social media one of these graphs about match up your birth month and your birth year on this chart, and your XY coordinate determines the name of your podcast.
Oh,
do you want to hear? Do you want to hear what we're renaming our podcast to? Because frankly, it's really compelling. Will. I don't mean to.
I'm tantalized. I want to hear about this. Yeah,
our new podcast from the makers of Segment City comes. How do I stop treasure hunting?
Whoa! I want to. Whoa!
It's got its hooks in me. It's got its hooks in me, and it doesn't even exist yet. All right.
That's
powerful.
That is, but here's the thing. It is hosted by Theodore Sapakos.
Yeah.
And Bill Kane. Rough Bill Kane.
Bill Kane.
Who is absolutely diving in. He is okay, here's I have a question for you that my brain just came up with, and you feel free to take a moment to think about it, but of the Mythbusters, which is us is Jamie? And which is Adam?
I think I'm Adam.
I think you're Adam too. I don't like that.
I really thought about that for a second.
Because I bring that up because I was about to just jump into the Janie Hymas impression of like, hello, yes, I'm ready to dive. Like, because I think he was always like in the wetsuit. Actually, now that I think about it, I think they switched off a lot in that show where they're like, I'll be in the wetsuit this time. But like, because I think it
feels like if we started a podcast called How Do I Stop Treasure Hunting, it feels like it's only a matter of time until we feature them as guests, right? Like, it's only a matter of time until we actually get them.
Yeah, I mean, that's once again, alternate universe of because like if yes, that show existed and it was hosted by the correct hosts, right? Absolutely, they would eventually be talking to those
the main problem with my pitch is that I don't actually have a treasure hunting problem, and that's really the crux of it.
It's kind of the podcast my dad wrote a porno would be really bad if your dad didn't actually write the porno. Like, it would be. That is our problem, is that we've already given up treasure hunting. We could hung up give advice
our
on
badge
that.
and gun, and we can give advice to them on how to stop, because we've stopped. We've put that away.
Although I have to say, I would love to read that WikiHow article.
How to stop treasure hunting.
Yeah,
not how to start, because how to get, everyone
gun.
knows how to get into treasure hunting. You buy a metal detector, you buy some map off of some street vendor who's of ill repute, and he knows where something's hidden. And what
the smellier and more like, hey there, buddy, he is.
Yeah,
and you never stop. Better it is.
You never stop to ask what it's going to cost you to find this treasure. Yeah, along the way.
But then you give him money for the treasure map.
Right, exactly.
Like, thank you.
Thank you.
And once you get that first hit is free.
That first hit of Smelly Beach Man who has treasure map, that's a powerful.
And then once you get on that, because that is just a very that is geocaching. That is actually very analog geocaching that people are doing. That's a new thing. They tell you to go on a treasure. Old man tells you to go on a treasure because people are thinking that's going to get you engagement. That's going to get you, but it gets you into the treasure hunting game.
Speaking of first hits that never let people go.
Yeah.
What's the deal? Hey, what's the deal with people that use metal detectors? What's that about?
we have already gone up to 3 topics before we've even introduced the show.
What's the deal with that?
we're gonna put a pin in that and get right back to it once we get through the intro of the program that you and I are talking about. And you're probably asking yourself, who are these people? My name is Will Kane, and I am not the host of How to Stop Treasure Hunting, but I am the host of How to Stop Metal Detecting.
This is why we're going to cut to you next. See, this is why, yeah.
It turns out everybody in your life judges you.
Oh,
it's the answer.
And I'm Theo Sapakos, and what's that on the Declaration of Independence? It's my face? What?
That would be amazing. Could you imagine if it was... What if it was your face, but like just a little bit off?
Just like a
little bit.
Like I'm like, is that my cousin or something?
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
You're like, the earlobes are weird. Those aren't the right ones.
The eyes are too small.
They almost got it. You know, those founding fathers. One of them was Nostradamus. So.
You zoom in on John Hancock's massive signature, and it's just in there, my face. It's just in there.
You just that would be truly amazing. And then somebody, like, they have your face on camera and they're just like, it's him. Like somebody in a boardroom is like, we finally found
him with the key.
But this podcast isn't about finding keys, which would be how to continue treasure hunting.
That's what all the metal detectors are for. They lost their ding dang keys at the
all
beach.
The keys. Yeah, pirates are known for losing their keys.
Wait, are pirates metal detecting now? What?
No, pirates do drop keys to treasure.
Yo ho! I've really struck rock bottom. I'll take a few quarters, please.
We're done with the intro. We're not done with the intro yet. Okay, this is a podcast in which Theo and I present segments each week. You've already gotten a little taste of how wild and I'm gonna say metal detectory it can get. Beepy, wet and wild too, because you're on a beach. Mm-hmm. But let's get into talking more about metal detectors. So how to metal detect? How to stop metal detecting, I should say.
I mean, once you've... the thing that I always found fascinating about metal detecting is presumably they're looking for money, valuable objects. But the problem is that to get into the hobby, you have to make a significant financial investment in this massive metal detector, which makes me think that you can't possibly be winning this hobby. Like, there's no financial way that you're coming out on top. Like,
the most interesting fact to me is the fact that you found anything interesting about metal detecting.
I'm always like, what's going on?
Here's the thing. It is a completely results-based kind of hobby.
Yeah, it is.
You can't, because if you keep going, it's like kind of, people are into telescopes.
Sure.
Like, are they looking every night? Like, what are they even, like, if you keep beeping on a beach and you ain't picking anything up, then what are you even doing with your life? Like, I think your wife would eventually, at a certain point, go, well, it gets him out of the house, but it's also, he keeps buying more metal detectors.
It's also like you're going along the beach, you're walking on the beach, which is at face value a very nice activity. But you can't listen to music. You can't talk to anybody else. And you can't look out at the water. You're facing down at the ground while preoccupied with a beeping sound in your ears. It's how to ruin your beach walk 101.
It is. It's for people who like certain aspects of the beach. I like the heat. I like the sand on my feet. I like looking up every once in a while.
The thrill of finding a piece of trash and getting excited about it. Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's results-based. So it's very feast or famine, where I think you get a lot of like old pennies and screws and like other bullshit. But then you get the pirate's treasure. If you could get the pirate's treasure, we have in fact gone over a story on this podcast about a metal detector person who found the treasure. So like, it does happen, but it is so far-fetched. And
I want to kind of start, maybe I should start a hobby where I just go around burying treasure for these people to find. That sounds weird, because there's nobody on the other side of this. You know, it's like everybody's fishing, no one's stocking the pond with it. I got to get on the other side of this. If you want to get rich during the gold rush, sell shovels. Don't go looking for gold, all right? This is my advice.
You are now, in fact, pitching how to continue treasure hunting. That is the only way to continue
Listen,
industry of treasure hunting.
This treasure hunting is completely unsible. We gotta think of the long-term effects.
It's like being a Twitch streamer. Like, it's already an oversaturated market. Everyone wants the treasure. Nobody's putting the treasure down.
The main conceit is that there's treasure out there from long ago, and that there's enough that it's still around to find. I'm saying, what about that new treasure?
You put in new treasure, but you got to put money. This is what I would do if I was rich. Absolutely. Because it's like, give it to charity. Give it self-cancer. How about I make imaginations flourish? How about I create fantasy in the world by sparing a bunch of gold doubloons?
We all know
that
that pennies at this point are basically worthless, right? You gather up enough pennies, you melt them down, make a bust of my face, bury that in the sand. That's a fun surprise.
Something. Okay,
now that's something.
Okay, is there an engraving on it that says like get dunked loser?
It says 4 out of 100. But there's no other ones.
There's no other
ones.
You're cruel.
Well, wow. I want them to feel motivated about their treasure hunting.
But you don't provide them up. I've created
an unwinnable game.
There is, in fact, this is a story that we probably should make into a segment one day, but I'm going to like truncate a very quick story. There's a guy who did bury a treasure, and he created an entire like riddle, like encoded message, like poem thing to find it. And then people like kind of decoded it, and they're like, this could be in one of 3 states. And like because it sounds like this in this like national forest or something. Like they determined that, and somebody did recently find it. But what you're saying is like saying that, putting out the full riddle, and then not having the treasure there.
But Will, this is the most genius thing. Then you and I start a podcast called "How Do I Stop Treasure Hunting?" Listeners galore. They're coming in from everywhere.
We brought it back, baby.
That's right.
All right. Okay, we went through many stupid thoughts, so I am going to skip Will's stupid thoughts.
Unprecedented. Unprecedented times you're listening
to. Do you want me to? Because I think it is probably one of my stupider thoughts.
Listen, it's a dealer's choice. You're the one with the stupid thought. If you need to air it, feel free. If you want to move on, let's do it.
We're already getting wild with it. All right, Will's stupid thought. We'll be quick with it. I don't know how much meat this is going to be on the bone. And I wrote this before. I'm gonna say that for my own defense. I wrote this down and I did read it.
I came out with an absolute banger of a stupid thought.
Yeah. And it starts out great. If grass could think.
No, this isn't funny. No, this is nothing. This is nothing.
Do you think if it saw a herbivore, like a bunny, get eaten by a wolf, they would be like, hell yeah, dude. Nice. Got him. Another one on the books. I think they would. I could maybe see that where, because being a piece of grass, you're just kind of in one place being like, something's going to get me. Like, I'm just kind of here. I'm at the whim of everything. And then this big bad bunny comes up.
Big bad bunny. Well, if you're a piece of grass, how are you feeling about like lawnmowers? You're probably pissed, dude.
Oh, bad. That's
you're pissed.
This is actually something I don't know. I don't have a lot of grass knowledge. This is maybe apparent.
Grass facts. Welcome to grass facts.
Is it like a haircut to them? I don't think it would be. I think it's like chopping up the top of their head and then they just grow farther. Right.
It's like chopping you at the waist and you're going like, oh my God, I gotta do it again. I gotta do it again. Guess I gotta start over.
Yeah. I mean, we cut off our hair, which is technically part of us.
How do you feel about the scent of freshly mowed grass?
Love it.
Pro? Yeah, pro. Okay, good. Pro. Big summer smell.
I mean, it's literally a candle fragrance, I think.
Yeah, but some people don't care for it.
No, that's true. I like it. My girlfriend did get a candle that is she gets D&D candles is a lot of and so you'll sniff one and it's like old musty tome and you're like it's fine. It's like
unwashed adventurer's nutsack.
Oh, what? Oh, nutty. Like but she has one that is just dirt.
And
guess what, baby? It smells like dirt. And I'm going to say it smells kind of good. Like she hasn't lit it yet,
earthy.
but I imagine if you did light it, it would still smell. I mean, it smells like dirt, but like dirt, I don't think smells terrible. I think it smells okay.
It smells natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was I knew there was going to be no meat on that bone. And so I'm glad I used it here. But let's go on to your next segment.
My first segment of the evening of the podcast, depends on where you're listening. Might not be evening. This one comes to us from thetakeout.com. Thank you to the Takeout as ever. Peeps announced 4 new flavors in 2024.
That's okay. So they now have 4 flavors. Because the original
correction,
flavor just sugar?
Correction. They still only have 1 flavor. Even after these 4, they still only have 1.
Okay, now I'm tantalized because I'm like, are they going to add, like, they're going to say, it's blueberry explosion, and then it's like a hint.
I'll actually say that maybe they've introduced some new stuff. Anyways, let's get into it. Yeah. Much like the 2024 Girl Scout cookie season kickoff, this year's announcement of new Peeps flavors has come earlier than ever. Easter itself is fairly early this year, falling on March 31st, and Greek Orthodox Easter isn't until May 5th. My homies at the Takeout, respecting those Greeks. Let's go, Takeout.
Yes, we enjoy that.
Let's go.
But I will say, who is having this calendar? And they, much like the latest, I write in every single big culinary thing on my calendar and make sure it's next to all the religious holidays.
Listen, I think that Greeks this year are absolutely eating because May 5th, I get to celebrate Jesus and Cinco de Mayo on the same day. Yeah. Come on, dude.
Yeah. But it's more of just like, Christmas is coming early for us. The Girl Scout cookies came early. I've been having it on my calendar for when they normally announce all their flavors, and baby, it was a week before. It was great.
All right, so Greek Orthodox Easter is until May 5th, meaning there's a wide window in which to showcase Easter's most divisive icon treat. Just Born, maker of Peeps, intends to make full use of the Easter candy season, which is a crazy thing to say. The brand will debut 4 new products this year, each of which is available via a different retail outlet. You'll have to do some legwork if you want to taste them all. Here's what's on deck. Are you ready, Will?
Yes.
First flavor. Peeps Rice Krispie Treats flavored marshmallow chicks.
Hi, I would like a salt-flavored potato chip, please. Thank you very much.
The wild part about this contains no Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah, so there's marshmallow. What Peeps already are.
It's puffed rice flavored.
Flavored?
I don't know. It's flavored like the classic cereal and marshmallow dessert, it says.
So, wow. The culinary...
Yep.
I'm going to say bold of them to go. This was somebody's last minute submission, right?
It's absolutely crammed in right before the deadline.
This is somebody whose boss is breathing down their neck, and they're just like, "What do you got for me, Dave?" And he's just like, he has a little vial of just like extract of Rice Krispies, and he's like, okay, let's just do that.
This is absolutely, you've moved on from 6th grade, and you get to use the same essay again for 7th grade because the teacher doesn't know that you already wrote it. This is absolutely that.
That's too realistic. Just a story. You have absolutely done that. But
all right, moving right along. Flavor number 2, Peeps Icy Blue Raspberry Flavored Marshmallow Chicks.
It is the fate of every single extra sugary thing to get a blue raspberry.
To get a blue raspberry. This is specifically icy blue raspberry flavored, meaning specifically.
Once again, sugar product.
Full sugar. Usually I turn to an icy when I want something cold. I don't just go to it because I need a sugar bomb, but...
Yeah, some people do, but it's also like, it's blue raspberry is such a weird... Blue raspberry does not exist. And I actually did see a clip of people being like, what do you mean blue raspberry exists?
I know. We've been successfully indoctrinated.
Yeah,
this flavor is only available at Target, and the press release describes it as a, quote, perfectly reminiscent of a cool icy on a sunny day. This comes on the heels of Icy's collaboration with Kellogg's on a breakfast cereal that allegedly had the power to cool your mouth as you eat, which I don't believe, but have a blast. I don't know.
If you stand in front of an AC with your mouth open, it cools your mouth as you eat. This is
we our secret ingredient is icy hot, so your mouth goes numb and cold.
And it gets hot. Oh, wait. By the way, why are they putting it only in Targets? Because
the marshmallow, the Rice Krispie one is only at Walmart. The icy is only at Target.
I'm sorry, are they doing the same thing that Soul Calibur 2 did with unlockable characters? Where it's like,
I know.
Hi, if you get this on GameCube, you get Link from Legend of Zelda. Like, why are we doing this?
It's the same stuff, dude.
Because this is also I feel like very trashy. Target to me is like what people think is a little bit bougie. Like, it's overpriced. And like,
a little more. Yeah, a little more.
So it's like, it feels weird to have icy there. But
flavor number 3. Peeps Sour Strawberry Flavored Marshmallow Chicks. Sour strawberry flavor will only be available at Kroger-owned grocery stores. Given how delicious sour watermelon flavor was, we have high hopes for this one.
Okay.
I would say this one isn't just sugar flavored, so I'll give them credit where credit is due.
That is
new
a different
flavor.
flavor. But I'm also not going to give them that much credit for like tiptoeing into a flavor zone that has been well colonized by Skittles and Starburst. Like, those come out of the gate with like, we have green apple, we got strawberry, we got orange, and they're just like, well, we've had sugar flavor for the last 50 years.
How do we get wet and wild with it?
Yeah, let's get some wet and wild stuff in here. How about we get some grape, the most artificial flavor we can get. Sour grape at that, which is
sour strawberry. Sour strawberry.
Sour strawberry. Okay. I have to say, out of the 3 of those, that sounds the best.
Sounds the best. It's not just pure sugar bomb.
Sour
Number 4, final flavor. Peeps Delights S'mores Graham Cracker Flavored Marshmallow Chicks dipped in milk chocolate.
Okay, I'm going to give them that's also something, but that's also an innovation that honestly should have came up like decades ago.
Did you guys only realize about fondue? This whole time you didn't know. Really?
I didn't know about
you didn't know?
Stuff in chocolate. Have you been into a candy store?
Fondue, we've never left Southern Arkansas, honey. Like, how would we know?
Fondue, more like fondant. Am I right, everybody?
That's a little bit too communist for my taste buds. Thank you much.
Too erudite for me.
Though this product has an intimidatingly long name, the good news is that it will be available at retailers nationwide. They're not entirely coated in chocolate, rather just featured a chocolate base for just the right amount of textural contrast. I can't believe I've gotten this far into this article without asking you, Will, what state of staleness do you like your Peeps?
That is the proper question. That is the correct question.
Yes.
To ask, because I was like, is he going to ask me now if I like Peeps? Because that's just asking, do you like sugar? And of course I like sugar.
No.
I'm going to say, I like when it has a little bit of a crust around it. Because it does have that, like, it normally does have a, like, I only get them at Easter and they have like yellow or pink, like outside crusty
You
things.
get the pink bunny or you get the yellow chick.
I think when that gets a little bit, like the outside gets a little bit, but the inside still got a little bit of squish. That's nice.
Right.
That's good.
Where the outside makes you tug at it a little bit, but the inside is still nice. I would say that that's probably an overnight to 24 hours unpackaged. More than that, too stale.
We're already getting too far into like winery talk. Just like, if you let it ferment, I think we're thinking too much about Peeps.
Yes, I'm a Peep sommelier. Give me any vintage of Peep and I'll tell you how stale it is.
Oh, this has been 1 week. Oh, this is from 1989. How does he do it?
How does he do it?
I can't believe.
That's nothing to say of the rest of the flavors available this season. A mighty list with more than a dozen varieties. Here are the rest of what's available in 2024. Classic Peeps Marshmallow Chicks and Bunnies. Peeps Marshmallow Rainbow Pop. Peeps Mike and Ike Flavored Pop. Peeps Dr. Pepper Flavored Marshmallow Chicks. Peeps Cotton Candy Flavored Marshmallow Chicks. Peeps Fruit Punch Flavored Marshmallow Chicks. Peeps Party Cake Flavored Marshmallow Chicks. Peeps Sour Watermelon Flavored Marshmallow Chicks.
That sounds okay.
Peeps Sparkly Wild Berry Flavored Marshmallow Bunnies. Peeps Delights Marshmallow Chicks dipped in milk chocolate. Peeps Milk Chocolate Covered Marshmallow Chicks. Peeps Easter Essentials. Peeps Delights Strawberry Flavored Marshmallow Chicks dipped in milk chocolate.
There's been 3 that have been milk chocolate. I can't tell them apart. There was at least 2 of those that sounded okay, and I would try them. The fruit punch, I was more curious than anything, and then there was another one that I forget now. I thought it sounded okay.
Well, if you out there are going to eat some Peeps, write in, let us know. If I see these at a Target, I will pick them up. I can't get to a Kroger, and, one of these was only available at a Cracker Barrel, so Lord help me.
Theo, what was that call to action to our fans of just message us when you have eaten a Peep?
Hold on, let me think about this. We're going to
get emails.
What's the call to action?
At Segment City podcast at gmail.com. Send it to them there. Send a picture of the Peep that you have taken a bite out of. And
Peep with its head bitten off, for sure.
Yeah, the title of it is I ate a Peep, and then make the subject your review of the Peep and how stale it was.
Yeah. Subject is review of Peep. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's
a good call to action.
Because I was like, you're gonna get, if we get any emails, it'll be like, I did eat a Peep. Thank you for.
I was poisoned by a Peep.
Oh. If there's Peeps on iwaspoisoned.com, I would be.
I'm
sure.
What?
Unsurprised. I'm gonna be
unsurprised.
Unsurprised. But that is a lovely food article. But did you did a little hand gesture to
motioning it to you? Take it away.
Oh, okay. And I'm gonna take us right back where we are. We're gonna go right back
in
the takeout, baby.
We're double dipping to this evening.
I am dipping into the. I'm pushing borders right now.
Don't push I'm gonna push back.
I'm putting a little pinky toe across that border. What do you think?
I'm gonna chop off the pinky toe.
Don't you do that.
Get out of here.
But this is from thetakeout.com. Thank you, The Takeout. This is actually an older article, so I think these foodstuffs have gone away
Come and
now.
gone.
But I do really like how this person wrote this article, so it was going to be a quicker thing, and now I like it. So this is by Su Jit Lin, and it was in November 3rd, 2022. The title of their article, KFC's fried chicken wraps need some retooling.
Okay. This is a legitimate think piece here that they've got.
Yeah, this is a review, and I'm not going to tell you what the wraps are until the article does.
All right.
The pressure's on in Atlanta. The fate of KFC's recently reincarnated fan favorite, the likes of which have not been seen since 2014, is entirely up to us. KFC has selected this fair city, my fair city, which is like
putting down my flag.
Third line, I immediately, or not even, this is the second sentence, or no, third sentence. Yeah, I'm correct. The second sentence, immediately I was like, yeah, we're reading this on the podcast. My fair city, because he immediately takes it way too personal to Atlanta. As the sole test market for version 2.0 of the begged for KFC Twister wrap, and a continuation of the throwback era, the powers that be at Yum Brands are testing the waters at the ATL to see if KFC should, like so many fast food chains, simply replay its greatest hits in 2022. After all, fans have been asking for the Twister wrap ever since it disappeared from menus back in 2014. Now, what is the KFC Twister wrap?
Twister wrap.
It's not it's 3 different wraps. I don't know why they call it. I think that was like the brand marketing push that they probably had for it. They aren't like, because that makes you think of like
they didn't partner with
Twister.
They didn't partner with rapper Twista. They didn't do that.
No, that would be fun. No. But according to Brain Eating's 2010 review, the KFC Twister wrap was 2 smallish, extra crispy chicken strips, or on occasion 1 larger tender, shredded iceberg lettuce, some tomatoes, and pepper mayo sauce in a flour tortilla.
Sounds like normal stuff so far.
Normal stuff. Came into existence at the peak of the low-carb craze back when buns and bread were considered the enemy, even though tortilla wraps can often be higher in calories than a bun. And then in parentheses, they said, what a long way our beloved brioche has come. And it has a link to another article.
It always does. It always does. They always make little comments, and they always have a link to another article.
And I'm just going to say the title of the article, The Meteoric Rise of the Brioche Bun.
Amazing. It's true. It has been meteoric. It's like everyone is all of a sudden advertising brioche
bun, which maybe we'll get into if it's an actually entertaining article. But I have a feeling that it would be talking way too much about bread science, and I'm not into that.
Wait, what are you, a bread nerd?
Oh. The wrap lay dormant for 8 years and was not seen until just last month when KFC revealed 3 new twists on the twister, available for a very, very limited time. As in, the test is over this month, and then it's wrap on this wrap. Its future determined by Atlantans only. Are they actually any good? Is the twister worth resurrecting as an Atlanta correspondent for the takeout and hero to the fast food nation?
Heroes among us.
He is a hero to you, Theo Sapakos. Off I went to my local curiosity / landmark, the Big Chicken, which is
the big chicken. What?
It's just called that. It's like on the side of but it's a big KFC with a big I'm gonna send you this image because the features of the building are a little bit funny, because they did make it so that one part of it looks like a big chicken.
The Big Chicken, huh? Why did they do this? They didn't need this. It's just a KFC. Why? I don't really understand.
It's weird. I don't know why.
It looks like a chicken that a child would make in first grade out of red construction paper with a yellow construction paper beak. I don't really understand it.
Yeah, I don't know why they call it the Big Chicken. Whatever.
Hey, did they put mac and cheese in this? Did they put a mac and cheese in this wrap? Well,
Theo, we haven't gotten to that yet.
Well, I'm just looking at the photo here. This just coming into my brain. Did they put? They were trying to avoid carbs. They fucked up. They put mac and cheese in there. If I'm reading this correctly,
you know what? I'm gonna say that I'm gonna skip over the weird part of the article that's just ordering it. For some reason, he has a section about like actual ordering
here, Will. I need to know about this mac and cheese in there.
So we're gonna go one by one, because that's how he goes. Number 3, which I think he rates the worst. I think he's rating like how much he likes them.
Yeah.
Number 3, classic chicken wrap. Didn't like that the most. We all know the drill. Fried chicken to pickle slices of a sort and a creamy dressing, most often mayo. KFC's
yes, the drill that I'm familiar with, of course.
I have got this muscle memory down of like, slap down that mayo, put down those pickles. I'm ready for it. KFC's new classic chicken wrap makes it snack-sized, putting one extra crispy tender in a warm fajita-sized tortilla, wrapping it in a tidy open-ended little purse held together with brown paper.
Oh, provocative.
One thing I'll say for this wrap is that it's certainly cute, which is a strange thing to say about food. But to be honest, it wasn't very interesting, nor very substantial. 2 regular thickness, crinkle-cut sour pickles lay atop a generous but not obscene smear of mayonnaise, slightly coagulated from the warmth of the chicken in the wrap. A decent-sized tender peeked out of the top. No buried leads here. The taste, though, got a little confusing. The pickle and mayo came across more like tartar sauce for some reason, which made the
briny. Yeah, the brininess of plus the mayo. I get it.
Which made the tender softer texture remind me of a fish fillet in an instant association.
Oh, God. Ugh.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I love those suckers.
No, I'm saying it's a bad thing. That's nasty.
And once again, there's a link to on the I love those suckers, presumably to this person's
those suckers,
they heart post about how much they love fish fillet. It was a mental connection in its suddenness, since I am certainly used to this chicken formula and am a fan of KFC chicken sandwich. But the signature KFC seasoning didn't really come through, trumped as it was by the pickle mayo combo's insistence on being the loudest flavor, and even that wasn't very loud. Overall, it was kind of blah and meek. It lacked substance, flavor, and style. Give me a brioche bun or a sweet, dense sesame-seeded zinger bun anytime.
I agree with that.
The carbs are worth it. Sad pictures. Like I have to say,
sad times here at KFC. Sad times.
I have to say, the top of this article has a cross section that I'll send you at the end. It is the saddest cross section of anything.
I would say
they're boring. They're bad cross sections, but
any photo that the journalists at the takeout take themselves, not good. Not good
level,
stuff.
Literally,
it's usually
people's
bad.
hands are in it as they're holding it up. It's not.
Or it's usually like a plate on a fast food table that's been like demolished because they forgot to take the photo first before they ate.
Yeah,
it's usually that's my. So they're
bad journalists in that sense. Number 2, mac and cheese chicken wrap. Carbs on carbs on carbs. That is how it begins. Here, a single extra crispy tender is nestled in a fair-sized scoop of elbow macaroni enrobed in a velvety cheese sauce inside a flour tortilla. glycemic index. What? Then, in further macroception, there's a fat on fat on fat, courtesy of the cheese sauce, the oil from the chicken, and the extra sheds of bicolor cheese.
Oh, God.
This may sound like a comfort food overkill, but you know what? For a quickie snack for a couple of bucks, this sure will fill you up. I found this the most satisfying.
This sure will fill you up is not a ringing endorsement. That's not a great statement.
They do back it up with, I found this the most satisfying belly warming combo of the bunch. But going with your statement, belly warming is what prospectors say about the first hot meal that they've had.
About a can of beans warmed over a fire. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a great way to go. The flavors are soothing in an expected semi-bland kind of way, which I kind of expected. Yep. You've got the familiarity of the cheese sauce gloop and the KFC cheese sauce gloop. Cheese sauce gloop. And the KFC seasoning on the chicken, both of which present mildly. However, the mixture of textures may be confounding to some. Raise his hand. And that's the most 2012 thing that he probably
raises
in this article. Yeah, raise his hand. The pairing of crunchiness and the gooiness are all good, but it's various kinds of soft that were a little off-putting. That's what I expect.
How do you feel about mac and cheese that has spices and mixed in like cumin and paprika and things like this? Are you pro? Are you con?
I don't mind it if it's because I've had like buffalo chicken mac and cheese, and I like when they put a little extra like buffalo sauce in there. But like I put a little extra spice into my Kraft mac and cheese because
just
the base
zhuzh it up a little
boring.
bit. Yeah. I think that the Colonel with his 11 herbs and spices could have gotten involved with this mac and cheese. It didn't have to be bland on bland. That's my take.
They're a corporation that is across the country. They're a chain brand
inside the box.
Yeah, they're staying inside the box. That's outside the box. They are inside it. This wrap left the test market first. I got this on the last day it was available. However, there's nothing to stop you from getting one of the other ones, then ordering a mac and cheese cup on the side to get its gist.
All right.
Not a very great. And then number 1 was the spicy slaw chicken wrap.
That sounds good.
More often than not, I'm going to opt for spicy. I like the big flavor best, so this rendition gets the top marks of the 3 having the most distinguished flavor, a term I'm using loosely since all 3 wraps aired on the side of caution as far as flavor is concerned. The slightly spicy kick is a fun surprise, and it's well balanced by the sweetness in the finely diced KFC coleslaw. This chain slaw is my fave. I prefer less dressing and more substantial bite, but it does the trick as a saucy mayo-heavy dressing. It's a bit messy to eat since the slaw gets drippy.
Yeah, of course, because it's slopping that gloop on there, baby.
So it's one wrap the paper sleeve is super handy for. It's this one. Oh, and there are a couple of pickles, but they blend in an afterthought.
With the slaw, yeah.
Since the slaw, it's too much, overshadowing even the chicken. But what made this best of the new flavors is that's the only one with multiple flavor elements. You got a little heat, a little sweet, some salt and fat. There's some acid in the dressing and the freshness in the slaw. Unlike the classic, there was some substance and volume. Unlike the mac and cheese, it had various distinct notes. It was the best of the 3, but to be totally honest, not one was more than decent.
Yeah. Why stray from the classic chicken sandwich path? Don't mess up a good thing.
And that's just kind of how he ends it. But this is actually something that he brings up that I think is a good note. This is a very kid-friendly selection. And it's economical, true. Neat, unfussy, and snack-sized.
All right.
So I think that, like, I think they should bring this to, it's easy. Like, what do they need to add other than tortillas to their normal ingredients that they already have? Like, I don't think this is a big jump.
And listen, you're already sharing retail space with a Taco Bell because everybody knows it's combination pizza or the KFC and Taco Bell. So just have Jared go over there, swipe a few tortillas. Come on, just snag them.
Just a little bit. But I'm full. Theo, I am stuffed from all this takeout. And now,
you're gonna enter a food coma.
And
when you wake up. You're going to be down in the dark. Welcome back, William. Yes. Fuck, I know you ate a lot of KFC. You've been been adventurous. I heard about your gut adventure. You really should be treating yourself better.
Did you slide me down the stairs using the grease from the KFC? Like
a little bit of mac and cheese glue mixed in there.
Yeah,
you gotta lube up the slide somehow,
Yeah, it's still in my clothes. All right, so let's get it over with.
This is the Taxidermy Shop. I bring Will a selection of delightful taxidermies from eBay. I mean, my shop. Definitely not eBay. My shop. And Will has to guess the prices.
Yep, your eBay shop.
Are you ready?
I am. I'm never ready.
Mentally prepared?
I'm as ready as I am.
First item up for bid today. 3D printed barred owl skull doll. Faux taxidermy ethical oddities doll art.
This is the first one that I've heard 3D printer. So I am very interested to see how that will factor into the creativity.
Yes, indeed. This one looks like a doll, but on top of its head, it has an owl skull instead of a head.
Okay, before I see this, what is your stance on full taxidermy versus bones? Because we haven't really gotten into bones a lot in this segment.
So these bones, here, listen. Take a look at the picture. Take a look at the picture, and I'm going to read you the description at the same time. This is the item description. 3D printed skull from a barred owl. Anatomically correct, except I believe real ones are smaller. I sized this one to fit this pretty little doll. The skull was printed, then I primed it and painted it to look like real bone. This is a unique opportunity to own an owl skull, as real ones are illegal to possess.
Oh, that's
apparently. I don't know how true that is, because couldn't you just find one in the wild? But I digress. The skull is attached to a pretty fancy dress and the soft tones of champagne, peach, and gold. Oh, look at these. So, fancy.
Peach,
yeah.
gold.
Champagne. It's adorned with pink roses and pearls. I deconstructed the original hat and used it to make a pretty rosette at the base of the skull, as well as a cute, tiny hat. She comes complete with a metal doll stand, about 16 inches tall and 10 inches wide. This is an ethical taxidermy oddity. I will say, personal stance, I'm okay with most taxidermy. I think most of it's pretty fine, as long as you're not going out and harming endangered animals, innocent animals. For the most part, I'm okay with it.
We haven't made that announcement for a while. we do kind of make fun of the taxidermy community, but it is understandably like a morbid kind of hobby. Mm-hmm. So I have to say, because I do agree with you, as long as you're doing it ethically, then it's like they're passed away. It's not like their body's going to be used for anything other than the maggots and dirt.
Now, taxidermying your own pet. Weird.
Oh, that's weird.
I don't know if we talk about that. Weird.
Because that has like human emotions wrapped in. There's like I don't know. It's less than. It's not like, oh, I'm making art. It's I want to preserve my little baby forever, which is a weird, unhealthy. That feels weird to me.
Yeah, it's like vibes of like, I couldn't really get over the death of my grandpa, so I just mummified him and I keep him around. Yeah. Like, that's not chill.
I shrunk his head and now I wear it as a necklace.
Not chill.
Not chill. I have to. Okay. First blush, I was horrified of this doll. Yes. Second blush, when she told me that it was 3D printed, I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite ones that you... Like, if somebody gifted it to me, that being said, this is a prop from a movie about an insane little girl. Because this is
her
serial
friendly
killer.
Owl, yes.
This is serial killer feeling. Like, this is probably one of the more serial killing thing, because it's like skull head. I don't know why. Although it is, they did a good job. I have to say that they did a very good job on that. Because, like, if you didn't tell me it was 3D printed, because you can look up close and now I can see the swirls on like the beak of the 3D
But
printer.
If you didn't know, you wouldn't even know to look.
Yeah, so I have to say, pretty good job. The coloration is very good. The dress is probably one of the better ones that we had. I'm not feeling the pearls. I know they made a big deal about how they like lay those pearls. I think they look very messy. Not very well done.
Yeah, could be done better.
I'm okay. So now we get
into the price.
Yeah,
yes, you must tell me your price.
They did work on this. They did 3D printing. Although, so I think I'm going to factor in materials for that. I'm going to. I think they could get up to $350. I'm going to say $275.
This one, $120 US dollars. Smaller.
Wow.
It makes me wonder, honestly, some of these animals, maybe they are actually valuable, and 3D printing just does bring the cost. I don't know.
Yeah, that's actually because I wonder if that definitely does matter to people who are into taxidermy. They don't want the artificial stuff. They want the real.
They want the real deal. Number 2 for you, 24 karat gold leafed beaver skull with rose quartz sphere, handmade bone art.
This already seems fancy. It seems like...
Does it?
Oh,
does it seem fancy?
Oh.
Does it? Is it fancy or is it? I can't tell. It is a beaver skull that is gold with a big old crystal sphere in its mouth.
This is the exact opposite of the other one that you just sent me, because this is one that I feel like looks artificial, but is in fact real.
But is in fact real. Yeah,
this looks like something you would get on sale at TJ Maxx after Halloween. Like
after Halloween, like no one wanted this.
If they made the skull out of gold, I would think that was cool. But like they just wrapped it in
plated.
foil.
Yes,
like the teeth are black. It's a weird one.
Here's the description. 24 karat gold leafed beaver skull reimagined as a display stand for crystal spheres, rose quartz sphere included. This is an update of an older piece that never quite worked. The original gold leaf.
Oh, thank you. Your offshoots then. Thank you for your trash.
If that one really didn't work, then what's this one? I mean,
yeah, that's what was the past one that didn't work? If that's
what I want to know.
The good one. Oh.
The original gold leafing is still there, but I've touched it up with metallic gold paints and sealants. The teeth are painted matte black. The lower jaw and top skull aren't a match, meaning they came in a big jumbled bone box from a fellow taxidermist, and something along the way, I ended up with a top and a bottom, and they don't match.
What? Wait, what? Hold on. They have Lego
Are you telling me there are loot boxes in the taxidermy community?
Here I was judging my friends for having a big thing of Magic the Gathering cards underneath their bed. And these motherfuckers are like, hey, so you got a good jawbone. Is it exactly 12 centimeters? Because I got a top skull bone. I don't have a jaw.
If you give me everything in your pockets, I'll give you all the bones in this box. Sound like a fair deal?
A little kid who's he's got the little propeller hat and the little logo.
Okay.
Like, sure, sir. And he's like, here's your bones, kid.
So I never connected them, as the teeth don't perfectly align. But if you put a sphere behind those front incisors, it looks amazing. Glad I figured it out. So you will receive 3 separate pieces, as shown in the photos. The whole piece is 6 inches long and 4.5 inches tall. The crystal sphere is 1.5 inches across. I hope you like it. Thanks for looking and for buying.
What was the price of the last one again? It was $120 or was it $125?
$120.
I'm gonna say it was the price. I'm going to say it was $120. I'm going to think that
You think the same one, same price.
I think the same price.
This one is actually only $90 US. Would you believe that?
Honestly, I'm surprised. I actually thought it was going to be
I wonder
way
if people
higher,
actually care. I wonder if people care about mismatching. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder if that, maybe in the taxidermy world that matters more, but I mean, it doesn't look weird necessarily to us. A layman.
Last one of the night. Jackrabbit, English hair, rabbit stand, mount, taxidermy, mount. Here's your image.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, alrighty. This boy, this
Please describe, Noel. I need you to go into great detail about this little man.
This rabbit's daughter came home late from a date and he's about to shoot the boyfriend. So this is on I'm going to go from the bottom up. We have what looks like what would normally be a head mounting, like that kind of wood in like shape. It's kind of an oval, but like flat on the sides. It's got some nice leaves. There's a rabbit, like it said, a jackrabbit, I think they said, standing on its legs, kind of because they have like the weird arched back legs. It looks like he's sitting right now. So he's like kind of scrunched, has a double barrel shotgun. In one, like holding it. Has a belt around his waist that kind of looks like a Wild West, kind of like Southwest belt.
Like a bandolier a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know if it actually has bullets in
I don't
it, but
think
it kind of
no.
looks like it's supposed to be that. And then he has scowling eyes. Like he has like angry eyes, and then what looks like a sleeping cap.
Yeah, kind of does look like a sleeping cap, doesn't it?
Hence
like a
the
teal sleeping cap.
Yeah.
All right. Item description from the seller. Item pictured is the item you will be getting. This bird's not extracted from nature illegally or by force. Lived in zoo, died a natural death, and grew up in captivity. Birds raised in captivity cannot be included in the list of migratory birds. Attention eBay. This bird is not an endangered species. This bird is not included in the Red Book. The bird is not included in the list of Act Migratory Bird Safety MBTA. The bird was bred in captivity. The bird died by its death.
Theo, you do know that this is a rabbit. Is this there has probably been other copy paste errors that you've probably skipped over, like you've edited out. This is because that's what I'm reading this as, is they had some bird thing. They for some reason copied and pasted it. It was for the wrong thing. And then they posted it.
This is almost like a poem. This bird
it's a haiku.
Is not an endangered species. This bird is not included in the Red Book. The bird is not included in the list of Migratory Bird Treaty MBTA. The bird was bred in captivity. The bird died by its death.
The bird died by its death. The bird lived its life. The bird didn't give a fuck about what you think.
The bird was pissed that its daughter was not home. The bird was pissed because it identified as a rabbit.
The bird was pissed because the daughter said she would explicitly be home at 10 o'clock, and she was not. She was out with the boy, and now I'm going to shoot him.
So, the money for this bird rabbit.
I gotta say that this is, even though the seller probably doesn't seem like they have high reviews. They don't seem like they're very conscientious. I gotta say this is a high quality one though, because it's a character. It has a kind of action. I would have enjoyed more of an action pose. It is just kind of holding it kind of in front of it.
I think it's because it needs to balance the off because the rabbit is leaning back.
Yeah, probably that. I'm gonna say that this is $350. Did I get it exactly? You made a face. You have a face on your face right now.
I'm trapped in a world of my own pain.
It was $350. I was gonna say $330.
We got a winner, baby. We got a big winner tonight. Let's go.
Yeah,
he's a big winner.
We got it, baby.
We love it here on this segment when you get the real price correct. This is a great moment. This is incredible. $350 or best offer.
Or best offer. That's I could just say best offer for any of these.
Best offer.
Right. Whatever the best offer they could get. Wow. I can't believe that was actually the best one to get it on. The last one.
It's a great one. Great way to end it out. That's great. I always enjoy having you down here in my basement, but I'll set you free. You've earned it today.
I don't like to be in your basement.
Now crawl up that mac and cheese slide and get the freedom.
All right, well, we're going to go on to my next segment, which is the farthest thing from something gross. What do you... actually, let me ask you
when you say it's the farthest thing from something gross, that really puts me at unease.
No, I'm saying that because are you a fan of Taylor Swift?
Not personally, but I respect what she does.
That's a good answer. She's one of those people that I hear on the radio and I'll like the song and I'll go, oh, is that Taylor Swift? Okay.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah. But some people are insane about
some
Taylor
people
Swift.
are hog wild about this Taylor Swift character.
So much so that political parties are having conspiracy theories about her and who she's going to support in the fucking presidential. She's a singer. What does it matter? She doesn't have political songs.
Right.
But this is a WikiHow how to meet Taylor Swift.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's as easy as this WikiHow article, then let's do it. I mean, I wouldn't mind, right? I could spare an afternoon.
You are a huge fan of Taylor Swift.
Okay? Oh, shit, I am. Okay, all right, I'm here.
All you want in the whole world is to meet her and get her signature and picture. Well, if this is you are in luck because there are ways that you can increase your chances of meeting Taylor Swift By following her on social media, you can find out about her whereabouts. Additionally, this is an official WikiHow article, by the way.
Oh shit! Okay.
Additionally,
wait, it has the illustrations and everything.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I have to say, this is like a weird, more faceless version. Like they don't actually have Taylor Swift's face because I think that's like licensed or something. Additionally, attending her events is a surefire way to increase your chances of meeting her. If you get the chance to meet her, be polite and friendly when asking
tell her
for autograph.
That WikiHow just really wants to meet her. All right.
Method 1, using the internet and social media. This is I'm going to skip over most of method 1 because it's stupid. It follows her on social media. Yeah, no shit.
All right, sure. Okay, moving on.
Number 1, or I'm just going to go over the number 1, enter a social media contest. Sometimes she invites fans to her house to listen to album releases, apparently. Which is that true? Yeah, that's what they say in the article. To increase your chances of winning the contest, be vocal about your love and admiration for Taylor on social media.
Ah, damn, I almost forgot.
Shit. Number 2, read tabloid websites and entertainment news. Wait, and it specifically has TMZ. It's the only time anyone's ever been recommended to go to TMZ. That was the joke I
was going to make. I was like, is this article funded by TMZ? That was literally the
100% TMZ. Even has a screenshot of the fucking how many search results it has. That's obvious. Number 3, follow Taylor on Twitter and Instagram. Obviously, yeah. I mean, I don't know if she's on Twitter as much. 4, check out fan blogs dedicated to Taylor Swift.
Because they all know where she's at. Definitely.
These blogs are for sure. Typically contain helpful information about places Taylor frequents in New York and Nashville, Tennessee, her place of residence. If a fan happens to run into Taylor, they usually post information about where they saw her and at what time. Type Taylor Swift fan blog in your search engine to find fan blogs.
Okay, thanks.
I do love that there's this almost like how they caught Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, where everybody was like, that's the guy from the Wanted posters. And everyone's just like, he's here. Like, they're doing that for Taylor Swift, though. And she's just running down a road. It's like, I got her whereabouts. She's heading down 5th Street.
I knew I shouldn't have called my newest album Back of a Milk Carton. Oh
no. Could you imagine if Taylor Swift did that as her next one? And it was weird tone, but all right.
Okay.
Number 5, this is written by Taylor Swift's PR team. Add your email to Taylor's official mailing list. Yeah, okay.
Okay, all right.
Number 6, search for VIP hangouts on the internet. And this
are you a VIP? Is that
me?
Are you specifically? You a VIP?
I'm a podcast host. Of course I'm a VIP.
Everybody get back. He's qualified. Everybody.
I'm sorry. Have you heard of Segment City? To which every single person I've ever talked to says no.
You mean How Do I Stop Treasure Hunting? My favorite podcast?
The real podcast. Music celebrities like Taylor Swift tend to spend a lot of time in cities like New York City, Nashville, and LA. Type in your search engine NYC celebrity restaurant sightings Taylor Swift, for example. Check on sites in the recent results list that identify places where Taylor Swift have been to or frequents regularly. The other things, I'm like, that's just being a normal fan. This is a step. We're getting a little bit weird with this. That's a little bit too far to me.
Little far, but it's also presuming that you have the money to dine where Taylor Swift dines, which probably isn't true. It's
she went to this restaurant she went to Jake's restaurant on 5th Street, and now she was just there. Maybe if I get the lobster bisque, we could talk about how much we both enjoyed the lobster bisque.
We both love bisque. We're the same.
We're the same, Taylor. Come on.
Method 2, attending a Taylor Swift event. Once again, no shit, Sherlock.
Same place, same time, you're more likely. You're certainly increasing your odds.
But once again, it gets weirder than you would think. Number 1, buy a VIP ticket to her concert. That's self-explanatory.
That's almost guaranteed. Right?
This is less self-explanatory. Stand out at her concerts to get invited to a tea party.
What?
Yeah,
hold on. I need more. Is she really into tea parties?
No, it's a T. It's not T like the
thought
T.
I thought Taylor was like up on stage and she was like, "Wait, stop the music! You in the crowd, dressed as a lobster. I need to have tea with you right now."
Do you like Earl Grey or do you like green tea? What's your thing?
What's your thing?
Do you like jasmine? Taylor has been known to handpick devoted fans from the audience to hang out with her backstage after a concert. These are referred to as tea parties. I had never fucking heard of this.
Huh.
To stand out at her concerts, create posters, design t-shirts, and coordinate colorful outfits with your friends. You could also paint your face and bring glow sticks to the concert to increase your chance of getting noticed.
If all it takes to have tea parties is have a first name that begins with the letter T, then technically I'm qualified to have tea parties.
Yeah.
This is a revolution. This is incredible.
You just learned the first initial of your first name?
I didn't know I had the authority to just declare tea parties.
My man, you've declared yourself the people's champ before.
I didn't know.
You can, although I have to say that is a level of dude bro that I think you could pull it off, but it would come off of like, "Welcome to my tea party."
The tea party.
It actually has testosterone. That's what the tea is for.
It's beer flavored tea.
That feels weird. That feels like, oh, my best groupies, my fan. Like it feels like the God Patreon.
Yeah,
like calling you on stage.
Let's make T-shirts about how much you all adore me.
Yes,
I draw power from this.
And if you adore me enough, maybe I will bequeath upon you just a moment of my time. But this is the level that I'm like, okay, you're a psycho fan. Like that, and I think this is a lower bar.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
No, I mean the last thing of the last section. Okay, I was talking her restaurants, yes. But this is like quote unquote normal fan behavior that I don't understand. Number 3. Wait for Taylor outside the stage door at talk shows.
That's really weird.
Yep. If you know Taylor will be a guest on a talk show like the Tonight Show or the Ellen DeGeneres Show. I didn't know that was the full name of the Ellen Show.
Wow. She put her name twice in one show?
Yeah. That's real. That is real selfishness. That is real self-centeredness. Wait outside the stage door with your friends. Visit the talk show's website to find out when the taping will begin. Try to arrive at least an hour early. And then they have little like things of bring signs to be noticed. There'll probably be many more fans waiting to meet her as well. And number 4, go to an album or book signing. Obvious. Yeah.
Obvious.
But then we get to method 3, meeting Taylor in person.
Okay.
Number 1.
Is this where it gets really unhinged?
It's. I mean, it gets a little too like in the weeds. It's like celebrity culture that I always find like base level creepy.
A little nauseating. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 1, decide if you want an autograph or a picture. Many celebrities do not have time for both, especially if there's a lot of fans around. So decide whether you'd like a piece of memorabilia signed or just a picture. If you're lucky, you might get both.
If this is good to prep some people, because I feel like if someone hadn't thought about this beforehand, they might just throw up on the spot.
Yeah. Can you sign that? Can you sign your name with the puke? I do like the idea of somebody getting their wires crossed and they're like, "Can you take a picture of this picture of you?" Sure. Number 2, plan what you will say ahead of time. Most celebrities only have enough time for a quick, "Your work is very inspiring," or
I'm sorry I barfed.
Or I'm a huge fan. I love your work. Avoid planning a long speech about how she inspired you. Dear Taylor, oh, it is fortuitous that we met in this aeroplane next to the Benihana's. But
who could have predicted that all of the other airplanes would have malfunctioned on the particular day when you were flying? Who would have known?
But when I was 13, we are on the worst day of my life, when Tommy Jargon said that he hated my hair, I listened to your album, and that made me feel so good about myself and my bad hair.
So good about my bad hair.
About my bad hair. So a lot of this article I am relating to Taylor more Because I'm imagining being her and having people just yell at you, your work is very inspiring, and like nothing else, and you're just like, oh, thank you, like
thank you, I'll be on my way.
Like, how do you do that? Then they also say, if you want to tell her something more, write a letter and give it to her when you meet her. She may read it when she has some downtime while traveling. Now, I'm gonna say,
she seems pretty busy.
How about I hand her a undisclosed letter? That's definitely going to make your security team real happy.
Really into that. Definitely into that.
Here, Taylor, don't mind the glove. My hands are cold and sweaty. Yeah, it's not that I don't want to touch the letter because it's full of anthrax. Why would I even say it was full of anthrax? Because that would be insane. But here you go. Here it is. I'm throwing it at him. But like, that's an insane, like, how about you that's something your mother would say as a piece of advice of like, how about you write down your feelings for her in a letter?
I think for a lot of people, this is a good piece of advice. You get to think about a longer form conversation. You get to get it out of your system.
That's, right? I'm going to say, I would agree with you if they didn't explicitly say, put it into her fucking hands the next, like, if you do see her, like, for you, like,
rush the stage and put it in her hand.
Number 3, approach her if she doesn't look too busy. If you happen to spot Taylor while she is out enjoying a nice dinner with her family, it may be better to wait until the next time you spot her to ask for her autograph. I'm going to agree with this. Don't disrupt her family while they're having dinner. If you decide to approach her, respect her privacy if she declines your request, which I think is also a big problem of like people getting way too into it. And then number 4, ask for the autograph or picture. You've planned it. You've already thought about it. They also say, instead of stating, I want your photograph or autograph, ask if she'd be willing to take a picture with you or sign your album cover. Like, I think that's just like a wording kind of
instead of saying, like, do this for me. Yeah, I get that.
I
will say this. Yeah, go ahead.
Number 5, remain calm. Gotta
remain
calm. Yeah.
Keep your lunch. Yeah. Keep it down. Stay in there.
Now that was the end of the thing, the full article, but then we get to the community Q&A.
Okay, community. Tell me what the community has to say about this.
First question. 110 votes of helpful, 296 votes of not helpful.
Okay, we got a split crowd here.
I live in Serbia. Tay doesn't come to Serbia. How can I meet her?
Oh no. There were 110 Serbs that thought that was a very helpful question.
The answer is, if you want to meet Taylor Swift, you will have to fly to a different country to see her. That doesn't help. That doesn't help the Serbian man.
That doesn't help me. How am I supposed to get my letter in her hand from Serbia? That's crazy.
Come on. What if I'm her cousin and I'm just wanting to connect? How do I do that?
Stop, get off WikiHow. What are you talking about?
And then the community answers, connect to her through relatives and family reunions instead of going to an event and seeing her for a few seconds.
Stop trying to give this guy earnest advice. Get out of here.
Yeah, what is the... Yeah, come on. And then the last, and this applies to our good friend and friend of the show, Rachel Robinson. Does Taylor Swift come to Salt Lake City?
Oh.
She appeared there in 2015 and maybe planning another visit. Do a web search for Taylor Swift's concert schedule. But I do love that there's a type of person who is internet literate enough to get all the way to this WikiHow Q&A section. And then they're like, Dear Google, where is Taylor Swift right now?
Where's Taylor Swift? Is she in Salt Lake City? Please
What is
respond.
she planning right now to have for dinner? Like,
is she coming to my birthday party?
She's probably not, but you know what?
It's
the opposite of people's birthday right now because it's the end of podcast, and it makes people sad. Yeah, I know.
The opposite of a birthday. The anti-birthday.
But remember, if you have any segments that you'd like to send to us, send it to segmentcitypodcast@gmail.com. Hit up our Twitter, Segment City. Our YouTube is Segment City, and we love to see your ratings and reviews. Don't forget to review us and, I don't know, subscribe. Is that on iTunes? I don't know. On your podcast network of choice. And
your podcatcher.
We have a very big thank you to give to somebody in particular who I just mentioned.
That would be to Rachel Robinson. She does our intro music, and she has other music that you can find on streaming platforms around the globe. Thank you, Rachel. And some say she appeared poof in Serbia in 2012. Very briefly. And if you're lucky, you got her autograph.
Now, we end with a iwaspoisoned.com, which is, as people probably know, it's a website in which people say where they were food poisoned and by what. We haven't done this before, but you get one of two.
Okay.
Would you either want one that is the first one that we've seen that is a little bit sad, or one that has a funny picture?
Funny picture. Come on. I'm not going sad. That's not how it ended.
I was new. This is from Taco Bell in East
Classical,
Lindsay.
reliable.
It's East Lindsay Street in Norman, Oklahoma, which is probably that is where they make white people in Norman, Oklahoma.
That's where they invented them.
I was 4/5 of the way through my burrito, and my stomach started grumbling intensely. And it honestly feels I'm getting heart palpitations, and my breath is irregular.
Man, call 911. What are we doing?
And this, my friend, is the picture that they attached to it, and I don't know who this is for.
It's just this man is full gripping the end of the butt end of his burrito. You could see the bean in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
my
the
man.
End of a bad Taco Bell thing, and he has a wrapper, and on the wrapper
it says Puri Temptations.
It is a cat food. Like, they have Go-Gurts for cats.
With salmon. Oh, God.
Because Simon has some of these, and it's basically like goop that you like push out of the pouch, like a Go-Gurt, and then they go, nom, 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 nom. But why is it on your plate?
Yeah,
like,
I can't blame Taco Bell on this one, my man. This might be a you problem.
I think it might be a him problem. You know what? People keep on telling me that I shouldn't add my special salsa, which happens to be Puri Temptations salmon. Come on.
But they're so damn tempting. Oh, God.
This is the brand that I get that, or there's another brand called Greenies, because I only know this because I will get the treats for my cat, and I'll like shake it for him, and he'll be like, ah! Like he loves it. I can't believe you buy
Go-Gurt for your cat. Can't believe you.
Hey, Theo, I'm feeling weird. I'm getting heart palpitations. Dude, I'm getting major heart palpitations. And my breath is irregular. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, you know what? I'm going to get through the last 1/5 of the burrito. I'm going to get through the... Oh, it made it worse.